Welcome back to the Sonic 06 playthrough.
Huzzah.
Yeah, the cutscene that you're about to see now, it'll be the third time we've actually seen it in this playthrough.
It's actually the fourth time we've seen it trying to record this part.
Indeed, but you know, it would have been nice if they spiced it up a bit, changed the dialogue around slightly.
Yeah, like in Adventures. Adventure 1 was just the best game for me.
Watch, I'll predict the future. Silver is going to point. There we go.
Sonic gets owned in 3, 2, 1, now.
Matrix style, boy.
That's about the 6th time we've made that reference.
It's a long, long playthrough.
You cannot hear Eggman speaking that line. It's terrible.
Ugh. SA2 syndrome is what that is.
Yeah. Please, can we end this?
Shadow, please end us. I mean him, please end him.
I forget why is Shadow there again?
Eggman said go find Mephiles and he's here for some reason.
Ah, fair enough. Makes perfect sense. I'm Shadow.
No, wait, I remember.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow was here anyway because he was chasing Eggman for information about Mephiles.
Oh yeah.
So he just like looked out a window and saw Sonic getting his ass
Look,
kicked.
he's getting his ass kicked again. That's good. Which it does show the Shadow's character progression from SA2, because like at this point he kind of goes out of his way to save Sonic, which you know it is kind of a nice character arc for Shadow.
Right. This fight compared to when you fought Silver as Shadow is so much easier because all it is, it's basically fling projectile, run. That's it.
Yeah. Although, yeah, just to quickly go back to Shadow, a lot of people complain about his character, but in my opinion, he's literally with the exception of maybe Amy and Tails rather in SA1, Shadow's the only character to have actually had an arc that spanned several games.
No, Knuckles doesn't count. Christ.
No, please don't. You can't have it. In SA1 he worked fine. You can't, you know, say in Chronicles they saved it, because in Chronicles they completely fucked it up.
I think they made it worse actually.
They did. Sorry if it spoils it for anyone, but giving him complete knowledge of his past completely craps on what they did in SA1. Bastards.
Oh well. Yeah, basically there are two phases to this fight. As you can see, he's in phase 2 now, and he can use Chaos Spears.
Weren't you saying though that apparently the one move you can't do, which is the move that Silver does when you're playing as Shadow, you can't just pick him up and throw him, can you?
Nope, you can do that to normal enemies, but not to bosses apparently.
Even though when you play as a Shadow, Silver does it, which just seems slightly unfair.
And if he throws you up in the air, you're basically dead.
We're about... Sorry mate, you go first.
I forgot he had that massive homing attack.
We're about to see, after this scene, we've already seen it from Shadow's point of view, but the scene where like Shadow basically takes down Silver. Basically having that kind of proves that Shadow is stronger than Silver, and we've seen Silver take down Sonic twice in this game, so that kind of means that in terms of the Hedgehogs, Shadow's the strongest, then Silver, then Sonic. It's kind of weird how they would, you know, kind of go out of their way to show Sonic's the weakest.
Well, I wouldn't say one is stronger than the other. I'd say Shadow's element is power, Sonic's is speed, and Silver's is special / psychic powers.
But I just think it's weird because like in this game they show that like Sonic can't defeat Silver but Shadow can. Yeah, as a story point in Chronicles, there's of course that scene in Chronicles where they kind of prove that Sonic's stronger than Shadow. So it's kind of it's really not consistent from game to game.
How could Sonic not run out the way with that very slow psychic attack?
It's a common thing. It's basically there's a term called written by idiots, which essentially means the characters only do things when it fits the story, not the story fits the character. So essentially when they need Sonic to be weak, he's weak. When they need him to be strong, he's strong. They did that a lot in Sonic X. When they needed him to take down whole armies, he did. When they needed him to be taken down by Shadow with one punch, he's taken down by Shadow with one punch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
The voice acting in this scene harkens back to Shadow's game a little bit.
Yeah. I love that over the top roar.
Pwned.
That was great.
He's just a little bitch, I mean seriously, come on.
get you.
It's like saying, I have a deus ex machina.
You can't break free. Give up.
Shadow, Android, am I a Android? I'm good on that one.
It's exactly the same. Basically, the way Pete Capetta saying like one line waits 2 seconds, like I won't give up, is very similar to a scene in Shadow where Jason Griffith goes, Shadow, Android, am I an Android too? It's just very, very bad.
It feels like I'm watching a sitcom now, it really does.
Feels like I'm watching really badly dubbed Japanese anime, which technically we kind of are.
I mean, seriously, I don't mind Sonic having an epic type gameplay. I mean, I think it suits the series, the franchise, but do it in a slapstick way, like the Werehog. I mean, he has. They talk about Sonic taking themselves too seriously as a series, under the Werehog has stretchy arms, and then they say, "Oh, that's too silly."
Yeah, you can't play. Somebody, there was a post on the Sonic Stadium where like essentially Sega can't please say Sonic fans. Essentially, it's like SA1 came out, people liked it, but people wanted like a more story-driven game. So SA2 came out, and then people were complaining that they wanted it to be more like the classic, you know, Mega Drive games. So then Heroes came out, and then people were complaining it wasn't adult enough. And then Shadow came out, and then people were complaining that again it wasn't like classic Sonic. And then of course 06 came out, and everyone hated that. So kind of from Sega's point of view, they do try to appease the fans, but you know they're fickle bunts.
You know what, I gotta say something now, and it'll probably offend a lot of people, but I don't really give a shit. The one thing that's dragged the series down so much, it's not the fan brats who like every single game, it's not the furries who spend their time drawing Sonic porn and all that shit. That has no effect on the series at all. Yeah. That's just on the internet. No, it's the old school fans who want every single fucking game to be 2D. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't want any series progression whatsoever. That kind of shit leads to Mega Man 9, and I don't really want to see Sonic, like, de-evolve about 20 years, 17 years.
But I don't get why they're saying that they want, you know, like more 2D games.
Oh, let me just say, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favourite game, so shut the fuck up.
But I'm just saying, like, why are they complaining about 2D games? We have Rush and Rush Adventure.
And Unleashed.
Because I'm this part of this 3D, I'll just stick with Rush and Rush Adventure. Okay. Two, in my opinion, two of the greatest games in the series, and they're very recent. You know, like it's kind of. I think they're just complaining that because it's not on a home console, it doesn't count as much. But I rate Rush up with Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic 2 as just in terms of being great games.
Well, they say it's not. It's not proper 2D because it's all fast. You know what? If the
How is it not proper 2D? It's just because it's fast.
You know, if the Mega Drive had the capabilities, it would have gone that fast. You have to realise this.
Yeah.
Sigh. Bitch, bitch, moan, whine.
I'm just glad you said it was the thing that was bringing down the series was the old school fans complaining about 2D. If you would have said it's the voice actors, I would have hung up right now.
I mean, no, seriously, voice actors. Jason Griffith, I'll say this now, Jason Griffith and Ryan Drummond sound pretty much the same.
Oh no, I think I said this in a video a while back. I guarantee you, if Drummond had have said every line in this game the same as Griffith, like, I guess being a princess isn't that easy. Yeah, nobody would have given a shit. It's literally just because it's Griffith and people hate him because he's not Drummond. That's all it is. And it's really sorry, but it's really sad and quite pathetic if I say so myself.
He's just because he's part of 4Kids, and you know what I say to that? Mike Pollock and Dan Green, you know.
Yeah, Mike Pollock, Dan Green. I used to say Veronica Taylor.
But then again, they sacked her.
Did they?
As part of Pokemon, anyway.
Oh, who cares? Pokemon's shit now.
True that. Well, at least he's not dubbed by 4Kids anymore.
April O'Neil for the win.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, getting back away from the... Oh, there'll be more, possibly, while this series goes on. This is not exactly my favourite level, I believe I've said that before.
Yeah.
Triple kill.
Babality. That's what I'd love. That's what I'd love. Silver has the power to turn you into babies. Babality.
Thank you to Random DC for taking a cutscene of mine and turning it into a funny video.
It's so gorgeous. Breathless, you're gorgeous.
Everybody's gorgeous. Well, we shall continue Aquatic Base in part 12. Bye bye.